Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the new trading week. I am Dan from Trading with Dan. This is our Bitcoin morning update. And that all being said, we shall go straight over to our Bitcoin 4-hour charts. So we are very obviously at an important level right now as we speak. We have this resistance level. We have these previous highs that this resistance level rejected us at in our series of previous lower highs, our two lower highs relative to this high. Also, we have our series of lower lows, which actually came to a halt with these marginal higher lows. A very important inflection point in the chart. If we get above this resistance level, it will also pretty much take us above these previous highs, and then we can certainly expect some acceleration to the upside. Obviously we might get a bit of resistance around obviously this downward sloping trend line, and also this sort of $47,000 level, but I think it will have every opportunity, every shot at that point of making our way onwards and upwards back towards the top of the range. So that obviously being the bullish scenario. The bearish scenario clearly being that we do just get rejected here. We don't make it above, call it 45,000, or we wick above, get swiftly rejected, and then come back down. And then you would have to say, as difficult as Bitcoin charts can be to read, in the respect that they will print very bearish patterns and then just break upwards, it'd be difficult to assume anything other than we will then take out this important level of support here. That is the game we are playing. Obviously, we have the infrastructure bill this week, which is clearly going to be a big market driver. So I think that is going to be what all eyes are going to be on. And if we do look at stocks, and stocks are looking relatively bullish, so don't forget all this stuff. We know obviously the political and financial elite in America. They front run the trades with their insider information. I mean, Jay Powell has been caught doing it. That other woman has been caught doing it. That other senator has been caught doing it. They all do it. So what that kind of means is that when the market is moving in a direction that implicates a good result for the market, it is probably doing so because insiders are buying. So ultimately they are correct, because they are insiders. They are insiders, insider trading, and there ain't no trades like insider trades, are they? There you go. What I'm saying then is like the bias would be towards a positive resolution with the infrastructure bill, and therefore we could get a positive resolution in this Bitcoin chart, and in this medium-term downward trend that we have currently been in. If we do want to go and have a look at some other barometers of risk, you guys know my favorite one here is the Ethereum Satoshi pairing. It is very similar to Bitcoin in the respect that it had been testing its very important horizontal. But currently, if we extend this along, it is currently trying to regain again for call it for a third time of asking this horizontal, which was the base of this triangle. If we can hold and get above here, then realistically, we should be looking for more upside in this, upside onwards and upwards to higher targets and beyond. And this chart is not the most bearish looking chart. If we do zoom out, it does kind of look like a bit of accumulation going along here. A sort of it's not really, but like a sort of a cup and handle, but not obviously properly, or even if you wanted to kind of look at it as a sort of inverted head and shoulders. I mean, these are all very loosely like optimistic views of it, but either way, it does look like accumulation. It looks like accumulation, and then this is quite a long period of accumulation, so we could actually expect quite a good move to the upside if we do break to the upside. As the greater the cause, the greater the effect. If we do look at Bitcoin dominance as well, Bitcoin dominance hovering around there, hovering around its basically resistance support level, depending on which way you want to look at it, whether your glass is half empty or half full. But yeah, that is looking like it is looking also very bear trendy, looking very bear flaggy, and obviously that gives us a potential move to the downside. The 10-year resuming its trend to the upside, breaking above this level. So I think the market may just be a bit confused with things, with how good the economy or the jobs numbers are going to be. So therefore, it is kind of pricing in higher bond yields, higher interest rates, but that may not be what actually happens. But what I do want to say is that obviously this rising is potentially because the market is thinking good things going forwards. So yeah, for the time being, it's not going to necessarily disrupt the markets too much. Whilst the reasoning for this is good, is basically bullish. Basically, the reasoning for it is positives. That's it. The dollar index also is moving to the upside this morning, so we'll have to see how this moves. We'll probably find the DXY and the 10-year or just bonds in general moving relatively the same direction, just as obviously the as they are basically dollars are bonds are just deferred dollars anyway, or treasury bills are just deferred dollars. So if the price of them goes up, the price of them goes up, which is obviously the yield going up, which is obviously the value of them the price of them going down, but is the yield going up as you get basically a better return, because the dollars you get are stronger. Therefore, if this goes up, we're expecting the 10-year to go with it. If it goes down, we're expecting the 10-year to come down with it. That is probably the current play for that. If we do want to look at those stock markets, how they're looking this morning, obviously backing off of our first test into this important horizontal, but realistically, are we going to break above this? You'd have to say yes, but I guess it will just come down to the infrastructure bill. But like I've said, that is leaning towards bullish. But yeah, once we get back above here, I mean, no one is going to look at this market and not think buy. Also, we've got this downward sloping trend line from all our previous lows that we are getting up at the bottom. So we are obviously at a level where we could expect rejection. But does that rejection just send us to new lows? I would suspect not. We may even get a buy the rumor, sell the fact on positive infrastructure bill news, just on the basis that the trade has been front ran, it appears. But either way, that still will probably keep us within this range, and will probably keep us above this level here, which I'll actually draw in, because for the shorter time frame, it is probably important. Just literally just this low here. So as long as you don't take that out, we can trade within this sideways range between here, and then ultimately that we will most likely break to the upside. What else do we want to look at? Oh, let's look at the USD pairing for Ethereum. It is again, as it's important horizontal, similar for Bitcoin, similar for the Satoshi pairing. Tested it, bouncing off it. Got to get above this. Well, realistically, yeah, got to get above this horizontal. But this kind of sort of this whole area, I think, to be in the clear, maybe more so around here. So I may move this level up a bit, so to be in the clear, potentially around above this level. So yeah, we could actually probably draw like a bit of a zone, probably a bit of a zone. Let's just extend this along. We just color this box in, and then getting above here, and I think this pretty much would go very bullish as well. Would go very bullish. Yeah, I mean, we realistically expect upside. So we could find Ethereum. Trapped within a sideways range here for a period of time, which wouldn't be the worst thing. And then ultimately break to the upside. Obviously there's my optimism, but I think we would break to the upside. You guys know my views anyway into going into Q4 of this year and early next year. But yeah, this will pretty much, I think, signal the point of once we get above here, we'll be on our way to that 8k EOI Ethereum target. So yeah, other than all that optimism that I've been spouting out, let's have a look at the stochastics. Yeah, 4 hour has been helping us get this nice move to the upside and still has got room to run. These ones were the ones that were looking a bit difficult, and we just got to obviously hope these are turning back up now. Yeah, as you can see, they were faltering, they were struggling, but 10 hour is still pointing up, is in the bullish zone and moving up. 12 hour is moving up nicely as well, not quite in the bullish zone yet, but we have got upward momentum and plenty of room to run there. Daily, similar to 12 hour, pointing upwards at the moment, got plenty of room to run. We probably wanted to take out this level in it, well, it's roughly 50% anyway, and then yeah, that would be looking very good also. The 2-day actually at the moment pointing down, 3-day looking to potentially turn back up, or 5-day diving. Weekly has turned down now, so 5-day and weekly has turned down, so I would look at that as a bit difficult. I would look at this as potentially these lower time frames do get us moving up, but it will be a perilous journey where we could get a lower high relative to the 50 odd K. But also this can just turn back up in much of this same sort of fashion. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But that is certainly is a red flag. But then we could look to the bi-weekly, and you could say, well, the bi-weekly turning up, got plenty of room to run from a low level. It will drag and hold up the 5-day and weekly. So yeah, there we go. Stochastics read generally looking good, but realistically, very realistically, we've got to get above these highs here, 45,000, break and trade above and break and hold above there. Then we broke this lower high trend with obviously higher lows as well, and then once we get above this next level of resistance, which we could pretty much just round up if you wanted to cut it 49,000, and then realistically then above 49,000 we will be looking great. Obviously this is an important level here. I wouldn't necessarily say we just continue onwards and upwards, but stranger things have happened. This is Bitcoin. It has got a lot of ground to make up to get to 100k. So yeah, we'll just have to see how it plays out. Obviously just the eye test, you kind of look at this and this does look kind of similar and it does look kind of bearish, so we are going to have to obviously bear that in mind. And we do have a weekly bear trend on the base of we have a high, a low, a lower high, and we are now trading downwards. So we have got clear and present danger, bearish red flags. But we'll just have to see what happens. We just have to hope that it's different this time. Hopefully it's different, but yeah, we shall see what happens. This is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. Happy Monday everybody, and I shall speak to you guys soon.